The Man Who Lit a Train on Fire, a South Korean Tragedy. It was a normal weekday morning in Seoul, South Korea. The clock struck 8:40 a.m. as hundreds of commuters packed into a subway train on Line 5, rushing to work, school, or appointments. No one could have imagined what was about to happen between the quiet hum of the train and the soft chime of the next station. Among the passengers was a man in his late 60s, dressed plainly and carrying a plastic bottle and a backpack. He looked like any other tired man, but his mind was boiling with rage, heartbreak, and frustration. His name was Mr. One. Mr. One was going through a bitter divorce. He felt abandoned, betrayed, and defeated by life. He believed he had lost everything: his house, his money, his dignity. But most of all, he had lost his voice. No one was listening. So he made a choice. Security footage later revealed he had boarded the train at Yoinaru Station. Inside his bag was a bottle filled with gasoline and a torchlighter. The people around him didn't notice anything strange. They were checking their phones, reading, or simply daydreaming. But then it happened. At around 8:43 a.m., just as the train was crossing a bridge between stations, Mr. One stood up, poured gasoline across the floor, and lit it with his lighter. The train instantly turned into a fireball. Screams erupted. Flames licked the walls. Smoke filled the carriage. People scrambled, crawling under seats, smashing windows, trying to escape. In less than 30 seconds, a peaceful morning commute turned into a terrifying race to survive. The train operator, stunned but brave, activated emergency brakes and fire protocols. Hundreds of passengers spilled out of the train through the dark subway tunnels, coughing, crying, some carrying others who had fallen. Some passengers were burned, many were traumatized, but somehow no one died that day. 21 people were hospitalized. The fire was eventually extinguished after nearly 2 hours of chaos, but the scars remained. Police and metro security officers rushed in. Mr. One didn't run. He stood still, half burned, his eyes empty. When they arrested him, he didn't resist. He just said one thing: "Now, maybe someone will finally listen to me." At the police station, Mr. One confessed. He admitted that he lit the fire because he was angry at the world, at the divorce, at the court, at society. He never intended to die, he said. He just wanted attention. His words shocked the country. How could someone be so broken that they'd endanger hundreds of innocent lives to prove a point? South Korea hadn't seen a subway fire this serious since the deadly Daegu arson attack in 2003, which killed 192 people. The government responded quickly. Metro security was increased. Fire safety protocols were reviewed. The nation prayed that this kind of madness would never repeat. But online, the debate exploded. Some called Mr. One a terrorist. Others said he was a victim of a system that doesn't protect the mentally ill. The courtroom was filled with emotion during his first hearing. He bowed his head and whispered, "I'm sorry." Prosecutors charged him with over 160 counts of attempted murder and arson. They said this was an act of terrorism. The public agreed. The law did not. His trial is ongoing, but his life is already over in the eyes of many. Today, the burned carriage has been cleaned, repaired, and returned to service. But for those who were there that day, every sound, every smell, every moment still lives on. Trauma rides silently alongside them on every morning commute. And somewhere in a South Korean jail cell, A man named Won is left with nothing but silence, the very thing he tried so desperately to destroy.